Mr. President, Secretary General Antonio Guterres, Excellencies, distinguished delegates. The consequences of climate change are catastrophic and affect all countries. These include new diseases, more extreme weather events, food shortages, forced migration, even wars. Like many small island states, Singapore is vulnerable, especially to the effects of global warming and especially the rise of sea levels. For us, climate change is existential. Singapore contributes only 0.11% of global emissions. Nevertheless, we have played our part as responsible global citizens to mitigate climate change. We pledged in Paris to peak our carbon emissions in around 2030. We are switching to a cleaner fuel mix and deploying cleaner energy solutions. Being small and highly urbanized, we are disadvantaged in terms of alternative energy options. But we are developing creative solutions within our constraints. For example, we are using solar energy to the maximum extent possible and installing large-scale solar panels that float in our reservoirs and off our shorelines, in the sea. We also implemented a carbon tax this year with the intention of increasing it over the next 10 years. And we are greening our physical and transport infrastructure. We are aiming for 80% of our buildings in Singapore to be green by 2030, and for 90% of peak hour commuting trips to be via public transport, active mobility, or shared transport by 2040. We are also developing our long-term low emissions development strategy as called for under the Paris Agreement. Singapore will do our full part, but however hard we try, Singapore will not be able to stop climate change on our own. Therefore, we are cooperating with other countries in this common endeavor. We launched the Climate Action Package to offer capacity building programs. We have contributed $5 million to the ASEAN Specialized Meteorological Center, based in Singapore, for a 5-year regional capacity development program for Southeast Asia. And we've established the Southeast Asia Disaster Risk Insurance Facility with the support of Japan and the World Bank to provide flood risk pooling for the region. Climate change is the ultimate global commons challenge. As leaders, we all have the responsibility to do our part to rally our people's support for sustainable development, to convince and educate our people that these efforts are important, and to safeguard our future and the futures of our children and grandchildren. I therefore call upon my fellow member states to redouble our efforts both to mitigate and to adapt to climate change. Thank you.